Welcome to Spike Center. I'm Tanner Tracy, former number one player in the world, your host here on Spike Center. I had a combined record of 172,000, and no one ever scored a point against me. I was that good. Pretty something to be proud of. But today, we'll be interviewing the number one player in the world, DT Sherman, number two player in the world, Donnie Pate, as they get ready for their upcoming matchup. And later on, we'll cut over to Luke Martinson out in downtown Chicago, where he interviews Keaton Severson, the worst player in the world, and Dan the Burge down in the second worst player in the world. He is really, really bad. Both of them. I now know why we picked Chicago for the venue, because they're dying. They're going to get shot. They're idiots. But on the bright side, DT and Donnie are decent. Never as good as me, though. So, we'll see you later.
Hi, Luke Martinson here. I'm in downtown Chicago covering the much-anticipated match between Dan Thieberge and Keaton Severson. Dan is ranked 417th, and Keaton is ranked dead last in the world. He is worse than my dead grandpa's rabbit's Uncle Jim. Cut back to Tanner in the studio.
Next up on Spike Center, we will be interviewing Donnie Pate on his upcoming matchup. So, Donnie, you think you can take down the number one player in the world?
I can take down him.
All right.
He's so stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing out there. He's like Dan the Burge playing baseball.
So, where do you say his weak spots are?
His weak spots?
Yeah.
Well, he cries a lot. He's scared of ponies. I'll bring out the pony from Despicable Me. I'll bring that out, get him crying. And then, I'll just...
Bold. Very bold.
Indeed. Crystals.
Do you expect him to play his a dirty game against you? He's normally a pretty dirty player out on the court.
Not at all. I'm dirtier. I'm like a mud pile.
All right. You heard it here first. Donnie Pate calling the shots, telling him he's going to beat the number one player in the world.
I'm going to beat you, DT. Wait, who's the number one player?
DT.
I'm going to beat you, DT. I'm coming.
Well, best luck in your matchup tomorrow against DT Sherman. So, DT, how do you feel about defending your title against challenger Donnie Pate?
You see, before every match, I always have 2 bowls of rice and a taco. And I think that's going to be the key to success, along with the pre-beat down that I have of Donnie, I should say, specify.
Okay. Yeah. What's your plan of attack to beat Donnie? What's your plan out on the court?
I just always want to go to Sears all the time.
That made no sense whatsoever. All right. Finally, question we've all been wondering. Are you going to retire after this match if you win?
Is the president black?
Yes.
Stupid questions.
Luke Martinson here, reporting for Spike Center in downtown Chicago. Now this is Dan Thieberge. The second worst player in the world. Sucks. Dan, do you see yourself coming out in a victory?
Yes, I do, Luke. I very well see myself coming out with a victory today.
Why is that?
He's a weak player. He's the worst. I'm the second worst, but he is the worst. So obviously I'll come out with the win.
What weak spots do you think he has?
Probably his legs.
What specifically about his legs?
Probably his calves. Very small.
Always gets him. Do you think Keaton will get in your head? Because we know he has an excessive amount of trash talk. And he never manages to back it up because he's the worst player in the world.
Doesn't get in my head. All I can tell you is I'm going to get in his head.
How are you going to do that?
I'm gonna slap him around.
That's great. Thanks, Dan, and best of luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Keaton, how do you see yourself matching up against Dan tomorrow?
He's a scrub. I'm gonna beat him.
Okay.
How do you think Dan will respond to your smack talk?
With smack talk.
How will he respond to it?
Angry? I don't know.
Is there any way you can pull off your first career win tomorrow? Because you are sitting at 0 and 169,000.
Probably not. But there's always a first for everything.
Thanks, Keaton. Back to Tanner in the studio.
Okay. Thanks, Luke. And next week we'll be covering Mrs. Sharfield as she takes on the Nathan Samuel. Thank you for tuning in this week to Spike Center.